Hi my lovely people, welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to share with you my favorite fruity designer fragrances for spring. I already uploaded a video all about my favorite designer floral fragrances for spring. I will link it up here and down in the description box for you. I just had so many designer fragrances that are so perfect for spring that I had to split it into two videos. So this video will focus on just the fruity designer fragrances that are perfect for spring. And I do have different set of fragrances that I like to wear in the summertime. There are some that I like to wear in the spring and summer, but very few. I do have my favorites for summer, just strictly summer as well. I will share them with you when summertime comes around, but for now I wanted to share with you my favorite fruity designer fragrances. I have some amazing, delicious ones. Just keep watching. Before we get started with this video, I want to thank each and every one of you who submitted a lovely testimonial for me for Sephora Squad. I truly appreciate you. I want you to know that I know who you are. I know every one of you. Thank you so very much. You are my inner circle and I will always remember you. Boy, were those some wonderful testimonials you guys submitted. You truly just melted my heart. The sheer love for my channel and my content and for me. I was so blown away by your love and how many wonderful things you had to say about me and my channel. I truly appreciate you. Thank you so very much. So if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That red button right there, ring that notification bell right next to it so you will never miss any of my content. And make sure to ring that bell for all notifications, otherwise you will not get notifications for most of my videos. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram where I post everything I do, I buy, all the good stuff, all the fun stuff. So now let's dive into these beautiful, fruity, delicious fragrances for spring. So the first one I have here to share with you is the most delicious, beautiful, fruity fragrance ever, really. I mean, this is probably one of my top fruity fragrances that I have ever smelled. I have in my collection. This one is by Louis Vuitton. This is Attrape Rêve. This one is such a beautiful, stunning. I don't have to spray this, you guys. I mean, I can smell it. This is such a unique, very almost kind of gourmand fruity fragrance. This has that beautiful juicy lychee note right in the opening, and this has some ginger that makes it even juicier. You know, ginger has that gorgeous zing that it gives fragrances. With that lychee, it works so well together. And there's a little bit of citrus here. There are beautiful florals in here too, like peony and rose. Very pretty. Really go well together with lychee. Lychee works really well with rose and peony type florals, you know. And this has a little bit of a cacao powder. And it's not that you can smell the cacao powder really. I mean, you can't really pick it out, you know, oh, that's cacao powder. But I can tell that cacao powder adds to this fragrance, this beautiful gourmand sweetness, you know, that it just really makes it special. There's a little bit of patchouli in this fragrance as well. This one is actually a fresh fragrance as well. There's some kind of fresh element in here. I'm not sure if the fresh just comes from the citrus or if there's some kind of like watery element in here, but it is quite, maybe there's ambroxan, I don't know. It's a beautiful, fresh, fruity, gourmand, you know, fragrance for spring. So perfect for spring, this one. This is one you can wear spring and summer. I adore this fragrance. This is a compliment getter. People love the way this smells. This smells very, very fashionable, stylish, edgy. It's just really a lovely fragrance, you guys. Guys, I went to Louis Vuitton to buy Etoile Filante and I ended up getting this one. This one is, to me, a lot more special than Etoile Filante, which is also a nice fragrance, but this one is really something special. I remember the essay there telling me the people who love Attrape Rêve, they don't really stray from it, you know? So I can see why it is. It's quite a special fragrance. Beautiful, juicy, fruity, fresh fragrance for springtime. Really worth every penny. This one is a little pricey. Love, love, love it. Lasting power sillage, amazing. This lasts on me, I would say, like 8+ hours on my skin, even clothes longer than that. This is Attrape Rêve by Louis Vuitton. So the next one is from a line of fragrances from Giorgio Armani that I absolutely adore. You guys probably know it just as soon as the words come out of my mouth. This is, of course, from the C perfume line. This is none other than C Passion. This one is a beautiful, perfect, fruity fragrance for springtime. I can smell it from the atomizer, but I'm just gonna spray it a little bit more for me to beautiful, juicy fruitiness that in there that I absolutely love. You guys know that blackcurrant is the signature note throughout all the C fragrances. All of them have it, and this has that gorgeous juicy blackcurrant. But this also has other fruity notes like pineapple and pear, which makes it even juicier and more delicious. The blackcurrant always has that very like a burst of fruity freshness kind of vibes, whereas pineapple has that very fruity, tropically vibes, with the pear being also very juicy fruit. Beautiful combination of fruits in here. And this has some citrus, there's pink pepper in here, and then there are a bunch of florals like jasmine and heliotrope. There's also some woody notes, a lot of vanilla, and some patchouli in here. Again, a very juicy, fruity, fresh fragrance that's perfect for spring. You can wear this in the summertime too, you guys, but for me, I love this type of fragrances in the springtime because I like to reserve my very kind of tropical, light, fresh, refreshing type of fragrances for summertime. This is fresh too, like in a very fruity way, but I like to reserve my very kind of beachy, light, fresh fragrances for summer. And I like to wear fragrances like this that still has good performance and amazing, and some of them tend to be even gourmand in a kind of fruity way. I like to reserve those for springtime because the weather is still not super, you know, super hot. It's still kind of cold. It's perfect for springtime. This one is Giorgio Armani C Passion. So the next fragrance has a name that's a little bit misleading. It kind of makes you think that it's very floral, but it's not actually. It's a very fruity fragrance. And this one is none other than Mistior Absolutely Blooming. This one is a super fruity fragrance. This has florals, but Absolutely Blooming kind of is misleading because the fruity notes to me in here are much stronger than the floral notes, and there are a lot more fruity notes than floral notes in here. It's very much a juicy, fruity, gorgeous, pretty fragrance that's perfect for this time of the year for springtime. This is one you can wear in the summer as well, but there again, there's a quality about these type of very fruity fragrances that work even better in the springtime. You know, they're a little bit, I don't want to use the word thicker, but they're a little bit more, it's more, there's more substance to them than like some of the really fresh, light, beachy type of summer scents, you know. Summer scents, I tend to pick more of fragrances that can stand to be worn in like beating down sun. So that's kind of my definition of summer fragrances. I tend to wear fragrances that work well, really well in the heat. Whereas these ones, not so much for heat, but rather for a warm day but not too warm type of, you know, fragrances. This has fruity, juicy fruity notes like raspberry, blackcurrant with that juicy fruity freshness. And then there is pomegranate in here, which is also nice and juicy. And then this has a little bit of pink pepper, which adds a nice touch to this fragrance with that brightness. And then this has Meros and Peony, which are perfect floral notes to go with fruity fragrances, if you ask me. And this has a nice dose of musk, which makes it quite nice and edgy, you know. It's got great performance, lasts a good 8 hours plus, and it's got a nice sillage, nice scent bubble, nice projection. Absolutely enjoy wearing this fragrance in this time of the year. So this one is Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming. So I have a fragrance in my hands that is super fruity, super beautiful. This one is often compared to Perfumes de Lina a little bit. I don't think it's a dupe for Perfumes de Lina at all. It resembles some of the notes in PDM de Lina, but this one is definitely not a dupe. But it is something that you can use if you find the sharp green rhubarb note in the Parfums de Lina to be headache inducing. This one is a good substitute for you. This one is Carolina Herrera, Very Good Girl. This I have to spray because of the bottle design. It's hard to smell the fragrance. You can smell it, but juicy, fruity opening with that gorgeous lychee that's in this fragrance, which again is a fragrance note that it shares with Parfums de Lina. This also has some red currant, rose, and some vanilla and vetiver, along with many other notes. This one has that gorgeous lychee note that makes it so deliciously fruity. I have a feeling that this has more fruity notes in it that have not been revealed. And also, I'm smelling something slightly, I don't want to say green, but rather slightly sour. Again, that may not have been revealed, which may be another element that reminds people of Parfums de Lina with that slight sourness that fragrance has, with the, you know, slight green sourness, the sharp green sourness that rhubarb gives. But whatever is in here is not as sharp as that. This one, you know, yeah, has a couple of notes. There's the rose, there's the lychee, and whatever the sour green note that's in here that has not been revealed, which probably isn't rhubarb because it's not that sharp. If it is rhubarb, then it's very toned down. Very fruity, juicy, beautiful, perfect fragrance for spring. Better for spring than for summer. But that doesn't mean you can't wear this in summer, of course. I mean, even you can wear this in the summertime at nighttime, you know. All these fragrances that I'm talking about today, more appropriate for like towards the evening of summer days than during the hot blazing summer daytime, you know. But this one is a beauty. I like it. Do I like it as much as I love Parfums de Lina? No. Is it a dupe for it? No. But it resembles it a little bit. This is Carolina Herrera, Very Good Girl. I have a fragrance in my hands that I absolutely adore. I cannot wait for warmer months, starting from spring, to wear this fragrance. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a compliment getter. It smells divine. I think it smells very beautiful. This one is Valentino Donna, Born in Roma. Oh, this one is so stunning, you guys. I can't usually wait to wear this until spring. Oh, so pretty. Such a pretty, feminine, gorgeous fragrance. This is also vanilla heavy, and it's quite woody, but quite fruity as well. You can smell the juicy blackcurrant in here. So pretty. That big dose of vanilla only makes it even more delicious, mixed with the beautiful fruity notes in here. It's quite the beautiful woody, vanilla, fruity, sort of powdery fragrance. There's a little hint of green in here. It is got some beautiful, soft, sort of mild, spicy notes in here as well. But what you smell the most are those gorgeous fruity notes and vanilla and the woodiness, you know, in here. So pretty. This one has that blackcurrant, juicy blackcurrant, and I have a feeling that this has more fruity notes that have not been revealed because it's quite fruity. This is like jasmine all the way through in the middle, you guys. This has got jasmine, jasmine sambac, even jasmine tea. This is just a beautiful white floral fragrance, but there's a lot of fruity notes that are even a little bit more dominating than the floral notes in here, like a little bit more than the jasmine. You smell the fruity notes, and then this has those beautiful, you know, woody notes in here, and a good big dose of vanilla. This one is something that you really should have in your collection, you guys. I absolutely love this for springtime, but this one is something I also actually do like to wear in the summertime, even during the day. And this would actually work even in warmer summer days, but I prefer it for some reason in the springtime. I feel like it performs much nicer and much better. It smells so good. It's got great sillage, by the way. I mean, people will chase you down and ask you what you're wearing. Great sillage, good performance, 8+ hours. This one is Valentino Donna, Born in Roma. Next, I have a very beautiful, super fruity, gorgeous feminine fragrance in my hands, and it'll always be in my collection. This one was created by the master perfumer Maison Francisca Gian, of course. It's got a little bit of the Baccarat Rouge 540 DNA, but I don't really want to call this a dupe for MFK Baccarat Rouge 540. It has a little bit of the DNA, you know, but people do consider this a sort of a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. This one is none other than Burberry Her. So this one, you guys, is so beautiful. It's such a beautiful, feminine, juicy, fruity fragrance, and this one has a lot of gorgeous fruity notes, like lots of berries, like strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, I think, and also like blackcurrant, which is that juicy burst of fruity freshness. This has some citruses in here as well. This has some delicate, beautiful florals like violet and jasmine. So pretty. And in the base you get some vanilla, some amber, big dose of musk, which makes it very sexy, and a little bit of moss, which adds a little bit of like herbally sexiness to it. Yeah, musk can be sexy. Yes, it can be. It can add this sort of like, you know, herbally, almost like sexiness to it. It's hard to describe, you guys. Kind of like in Gris Dior, you get that moss, you know. Then this has some woody notes and patchouli. It's such a gorgeous fragrance. I honestly, when you look at the fragrance composition, I'm not sure how people compare this to Baccarat Rouge 540, which, other than the amber, you know, and maybe a couple other notes, this is quite different from it, you know. Apparently the new Sol de Janeiro Elasti cream, I forget the full name of it, the pink tub, that is a great pairing with this fragrance because it smells, I mean, when I opened that tub, I knew there was a fragrance in my collection that smelled like it. Yeah, it would go well with the MFK Baccarat Rouge 540 as well because they share some DNA. Again, this is not a dupe for it, but you know what I mean. So that's what I could not put my finger on it because I have like 400 fragrances, you guys. It's hard to remember which is which. So yeah, beautiful fragrance. Love to wear this in springtime more than summertime with that overdose of fruity notes in here, you know, really much more of a soft gourmet fruity fragrance, perfect for weather like this when it's not too hot, not too cold. This one is Burberry Her. So the next one is a fragrance that I absolutely adore. This one is a flanker to the original. I have two flankers actually to the original, which I love both, and I love this one and the flanker, one of the flankers, the other flanker for springtime. The other one is more floral dominated and this one is more fruity. This one is none other than Tiffany Rose Gold. This is such a beautiful fragrance, you guys. It's very juicy and fruity. Yeah, there is like rose and florals in here. Yes, there's a lot of musk, but I smell the fruitiness the most. That juicy blackcurrant along with whatever else fruity notes that they have put in here. I actually smell it quite a bit. I don't know if I want to waste it, but I'll smell the spray it anyway. Oh, it's got this beautiful juicy fruitiness about it that I absolutely love. It's kind of like, reminds me the kind of fruitiness that is the Louis Vuitton one. You know, it's very like, I don't know, very like fashionable and appealing, but still very fruity and fresh. This one has got that gorgeous juicy blackcurrant note in here as well. Do you see a theme here? I love fruity fragrances with blackcurrant. It's such a juicy fruity note that's so good. I mean, this one is quite, you know, powdery and floral as well. I can smell it, just scent bubble around me. There's like rose and I think like violet or something, or iris that's powdery in here. There's a lot of musk. There's musk mallow and stuff, but to me, I smell the fruity notes the most. This is so beautiful. Love to wear this in springtime, but it is something you can wear in the summertime as well. This is Tiffany Rose Gold. So I have a Lancome fragrance in here from one of the lines of Lancome that I absolutely love. It's of course La Vie est Belle. The flanker I have here is perfect for springtime. Love, love, love it. It's got a nice juicy fruity note or two in there that I absolutely love. This one is Lancome La Vie est Belle Intensement. This one, you guys, has that juicy, beautiful raspberry note that makes this so amazing. That's like what makes this flanker really, really nice. This has like some pink pepper and some citruses, I think bergamot or something. Some beautiful florals too, like jasmine, I think orange blossom, which is a big note in here. Some heliotrope. This has got a good dose of vanilla from like vanilla and benzoin, some woody notes, some patchouli, you know, so on and so forth. This is a beautiful, like juicy, fruity, but also floral fragrance. But I love that raspberry note, you know. I love to wear this in the springtime especially. I feel like it's a little bit too, I don't want to use the word heavy. It's not heavy. I don't know, a little bit too substantial, you know, like for summertime. I like to wear like super light, refreshing sort of fragrances for summertime that that can be worn to the beach on a hot summer day, you know what I mean? Whereas this type of fragrances I love to wear in the springtime more so than summer. This one is Lancome La Vie est Belle Intensement. And I have another really juicy, juicy, juicy fruity fragrance in my hands. This one in particular, this flanker from this line, I like to wear in springtime. There are other ones with like more tropical notes, more tropical fruity notes that I like to wear in the summertime. So this is none other than Angel Nova. This one, you guys, is, like I said, it's a little bit stronger than what you want for summer fragrance. You know, I mean, yes, you can wear this in the summertime, but I feel like it works better, performs better in the springtime. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this a little bit. Oh, so juicy and fruity. This has that gorgeous, gorgeous, juicy lychee note, which is a theme we're seeing here, right? It seems like fruity fragrances with fruity notes like lychee and berry notes, they seem to work better in the springtime, and fragrances with tropical fruity notes like pineapple and stuff, they work better in the summertime, you know? Now this one, again, is stronger than a fragrance that you want to wear in the summertime, in the heat of the summer, you know? That lychee note is so juicy, so delicious in here. And then this has some rose. There's, I think, akigala wood, which is like an exotic woody note, and some benzoin, which is kind of resinous with the hint of vanilla, you know? Again, this is a very strong fruity fragrance that I think works better in the springtime than it does in the summertime, in the summer heat. And I like to wear like Angel, what was it, the latest one, Ice Star. I like to wear that one in the summertime more so, because it has like more tropical fruity notes, you know. And this one in the springtime, this one is Angel Nova. So I have an oldie but a goodie in my hands. I will never forget this fragrance because this is very nostalgic to me. This used to be one of the fragrances that I love to wear all the time. Like, I don't know, 15 years ago, I wore this nonstop. And this is a super fruity, complex fragrance like they used to come back in the day. This one is a super affordable one as well. This one is Escada Magnetism. This one really is beautiful, you guys. I really like this fragrance. No matter how many very expensive fragrances I get in my collection, I really have a soft spot for this one. This is super fruity. This has lots of like fruity notes. This also has that beautiful lychee. There's blackcurrant, there's pineapple, there's melon. I mean, there's a bunch of fruity notes in here, a lot of fruity notes. This also has gorgeous, you know, floral notes like jasmine, magnolia, heliotrope, iris, I think rose too, and apple blossom or cherry blossom. The list goes on and on and on. Lots of floral notes as well, but the fruity notes in here really shine. There's a little bit of greenness to this fragrance. You smell right away when you spray it on. Slight bit of greenness, which kind of reminds you of fresh cut grass in the springtime when you start to mow your lawns, you know. It's really very much a fragrance that I associate with you know, springtime, starting to mow the lawn and all that. So, and the funny thing about this fragrance is that it's quite, you know, fresh and light. Maybe not as light as like a hot summer day fragrance, but it's very light. But it has some gourmand notes like caramel, but it's not heavy. You can't really, I mean, you smell the sweetness, but that's all. It's very sweet. It's a sweet fragrance, but you don't really smell like caramel per se, like you would smell caramel in a very dense fragrance like, for example, Bonbon Couture or Bonbon. You know, you can smell the caramel in those, you know. I mean, it has like vanilla, benzoin, amber, musk, patchouli, you know, caramel, all kinds of notes in the base as well. It's such a complex, beautiful fragrance that stood the test of time, although people might have forgotten it by now, but I absolutely love this for springtime, and I do carry it over to summertime as well. I keep this in my collection because it's nostalgic to me, but it's a great springtime fragrance. This one is Escada Magnetism. So that's it, you guys. Those are my 10 beautiful, juicy, delicious designer fragrances for spring. Like I said, I uploaded the floral version of this already. I linked it up here and down in the description box. These are just the fruity fragrances, the fruit dominant fragrances. Those are floral dominant. I love to wear floral fruity fragrances in springtime, especially fruity fragrances that are so fruity that it's gourmand, you know, and that works really well in that slightly cold but not super cold or super warm spring months. So, but that's if you live in a country or an area where you have seasonal change, of course. But if you live in a warm climate that it's warm all the time, feel free to wear these throughout the year. You can wear them all throughout the year and enjoy them. And please let me know what you are wearing this springtime, your favorite fruity fragrances down in the comments section. I really like hearing about what you guys wear too, because I'm always talking about what I'm wearing. I want to hear what you guys are wearing. Let me know down in the comment section. Again, thank you to all my beautiful lovelies who submitted a testimonial for me for Sephora Squad this year, and I was very touched by your beautiful testimonials from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. So you guys, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up so I know that you love my videos. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring that notification bell so that you will never miss any of my videos, and ring that bell for all notifications. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I post pretty much everything fun, and I make announcements on Instagram first. I will see you guys in my next video.